G'day guys. Today I'm going to be doing an auto transmission service on a 2016 ZK Outlander. This one's a 2 litre. It's got the CVT transmission. Yeah, 70,000 k's on it. Although Mitsubishi recommends the first transmission oil change at 90,000, but I'm going to do it now. I think it's probably about due. So, alright, lots of the videos on YouTube are simple as just dropping the oil and refilling, which yeah, you can do, but there are actually 2 filters in these transmissions. One's a little like cartridge filter in there, inline filter, and also you got your screen filter in the pan as well. So we'll be doing both of them. I don't know, just believe in, do it once, do it right. So let's get on to it. Here's the parts I'll be using today. You've got your sump gasket. Here's the screen filter in the, I've got some clips in there too, but yeah, that one. It's actually in your pan there. And this is the one no one ever knows about, this little filter here. So he needs to be swapped out too. But there's the part numbers. Mitsubishi genuine parts I had to get. So that one. Also your sump gasket there. I'm going to use the old Fuchs CVT. Cool, let's do it. Alright, here we are underneath the car. There's your drain plug. We'll start by undoing that. 19mm. There we go. Make sure you get your drain pan underneath. Alrighty, we'll just let that drain, yeah, start taking all these bolts off and drop the sump. Right, I'm going to go and take this housing off, get to that filter in there while it's draining. Okay, we're just going to give it a nice wipe out with a nice new clean rag. Just make sure it's all really clean in there. Here's the new and the old filter side by side. Always compare them. Make sure they're the same thing, obviously. Perfect. I'm going to give that a good wipe out, but yeah, as you can see, there's a fair bit of, well, it's not too bad, it's pretty much to be expected, but you know, I don't know why people would not change these filters. Got rocks in your head, putting new oil through that crap. Oh well, I'll clean that up and get that back on. Nice and clean. I'm gonna have to reuse this O-ring for some reason. Mitsubishi couldn't source me one. I don't know why, but I'll change it on the next one. Should be fine. Let's chuck them in. Don't have to go crazy with the tightness on the O-rings. Just a little nip up. Alright, let's get this pan off. I'll just put the plug back in just to stop it dripping in the meantime. So there. That's the screen filter that we're going to change. That one there. Make sure you get your old gasket off too. Just while the rest of that oil's draining, I'm going to clean this pan out. Normally a couple of magnets, yep, there they are. So make sure you take them out. Give them a good clean too. There's always a little bit of metal. Not too bad. It's actually mainly on the magnet, so working good. You're all clean. Don't forget to put your magnets back on. So we'll change that screen filter and put them back together. Okay, we'll get this screen filter changed out now. If I can find the right socket. Here's a long one. There you go. Drain. Here's our new one. Make sure it's got the O-ring on before you put it up. Alright, time to put the pan back on. Okay, we'll get this pan back on. Let's give it a bit of a wipe down. I've got these two locating dowels, so I'm hoping the gasket will stay up there because it's quite a rigid gasket, so probably not. No. Agreement. So, chuck it on the pan. Get a bolt to start. Looking down there. Yep. Bolt down that end. That's it. Let's chuck all our bolts in. When you're doing things like sumps and that kind of stuff, you always want to tighten them opposingly. So do there, just crisscross, keep crisscrossing over, you know. Just do it evenly. There we go. Just a quick look at this filter. You can see there's a little bit of junk on the inside there. So, I mean, it's always worth doing. You could probably even take it off and clean it out with some brake cleaner and all the rest of it. Probably wouldn't really hurt it. But for the price of them, let's chuck a new one on. Okay, that's where we're going to be filling it up from, the dipstick. So pull that out, top her up with the oil, fill her up with the oil. What you want to do, well, what you can do is measure what you took out and obviously put back in, and that'll get you pretty close to the mark. It's a good way of doing it. So I'm going to do that now. When you're checking it, you want to have it running. You want to go through the gears, reverse, you know, drive and all that. Make sure it's all pumped around, put it back in park, and then pull the dipstick out while the car's still running. And you've got two marks, which I'll show you in a sec. One for cold and one for hot. So we'll obviously be going to cold, but I'll get this oil in, then I'll show you. Get some good funnels, guys. They make a world of difference when you're trying to do stuff like this. Long ones, skinny ones, big ones, fat ones. Have a good range. Get this oil in. as I said earlier, that's our flavour. Okay, not sure if you can see these marks. The C and the H. So we're aiming for the middle of the C, you know, or top end of the C. Obviously cold and hot marks. So here we are, motor going through the gears. I don't know if you can see that. I'm pretty much smack bang in the middle of the sea. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit more in, just a little nip, and yeah, call that done. Obviously go for a drive, get it warm, come back, and then check it. Should be in between the hot marks. But yeah, I'm going to do that later. I'm going to go wash this engine bay. It hasn't been washed in about a year, so give it a bit of loving, recheck all the fluids, and happy days. Just gave her a quick wash, bit of degrease, and you know, once you wash it, give it a bit of a CRC spray, and it comes up like new. Beautiful. So I went for a decent drive, come back, check the fluids, perfect, right where I want them to be. So I'm going to call this job done, guys. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, just got to put my little guard on underneath the car again. But yeah, that's job done. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch up.